What's up, collective? How y'all doing? We're gonna tap into some energies and see what's going on. Okay. Um, I don't know the name of this deck. We use this one. Okay. I don't know the name of it. Something, child. I hope everybody's well. I'm doing great. Thank you so much for the well wishes and your comments for the new place, everything new. I appreciate your support. Okay. I appreciate your generosity and your presence on the channel. It means a lot to me. Okay. Means a lot to me. All right. Let's see what's going on, family. My beautiful family. Shopping to feel something, emptiness, impulse spending, escapism. Mm. It, crystals and tater chips and shit. What is that down there? Who knows? Um, give me more. Replaying the breakup, mental loops, guilt over analysts. Okay. Somebody could be, I don't know why the spending is coming out, but it's coming out. Somebody's spending a lot of money on something. They're replaying a breakup over and over. Maybe they are pacifying themselves with spending on things, okay? Buying things, buying more candles, buying more crystals. Speaking of, I need to find the closest. I don't know where it's at. I don't know. Anyway, they're buying gifts for themselves. I don't know if this is you or someone that you were connected to in the past that you broke up with, but this person is doing a lot of shopping to make themselves feel better. Maybe they have some guilt, or maybe they just keep replaying the breakup. Treating drama as therapy, chaos, addiction, misprocessing. Okay, somebody's not processing, somebody's avoiding processing something correctly. I don't know if they have a voicemail or a message of some sort that you left or the last time they heard your voice. I don't know. There's a voicemail here, there's a message, but they ain't listening to it correctly. So whatever you said, that's not what they heard. Okay. That's not what they're hearing because they keep listening to it and still not getting whatever was said clearly. There, and it could be making them angry because they don't want to hear some truth. I'm fine. Yeah. Suppression, numbness, facade. Yeah. They don't want to hear the truth that you spoke the last time you spoke to them or the last time you sent them a message. Um, Maybe this was a breakup message. Maybe it was, some things you said as you were letting them know that you no longer want to, participate in the connection. Okay. Um, if you drop some jewels in that message, they ain't heard the jewels, child. They can't get past the breakup part. Still waiting on a sign, doubt, impatience, divine silence. So you've gone quiet and they're still waiting on a sign. Hmm. Tears. What tears? This card tickles me. Tears. What tears? Denial, emotional leak, pretense. Let's get some tarot. See what's going on. See what's going on. Hiding something, or something is hidden from someone. Probably the truth from this individual. Even though you probably stated it plainly, you probably didn't state it with any malice, you know, but they can't turn the page on something that was said or you breaking up with them in general. Mm. Seven of Swords. Masking. They're masking. Look, they're masking. Okay. They're basically not allowing themselves to see the truth. So in that sense, they may feel like something you said was a betrayal or was a lie, but it wasn't a lie, it was the truth. Okay? Confrontation, 5 of Wands. Yeah, they're upset, they're angry, but they're also sad. And they're also still holding on to your energy, uh, hoping that you will come back and give them your cup, nurture them. Like this person's emotions are all over the place. All right, because partly they're angry with you, but also they're also sad about the breakup, and they're also optimistic that you will come back and y'all can get back together. All right. Clarify shopping to feel something. Escapism. They going broke. They going broke because they spending too much money on things. Okay. Carelessness with money. Overspending. They're overspending. Impulsive shopping. Intellectual work. The Page of Pentacles. Acquire a reliable and dedicated partner, commitment in a relationship, dreaming big, pursuing further training, establishing healthy financial habits. This is something that I feel like that they are aware of. This is also something possibly that you saw when you were with them. All right. Maybe there was an imbalance. There was an imbalance in their spending habits. Clarify replaying the breakup. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Adult relationship, being a homebody, neglecting your partner. I feel like somebody is like online shopping. They're not really leaving the house, like going to the mall or, going to the Burlingtons or nothing. They're not doing that. They're online shopping. Hmm. Being a homebody, neglecting your partner, lack of ambition or being overly ambitious, workaholism, reckless spending, impulse buying, risky financial decisions. Now, this is either someone that you were connected to, or this is someone in the collective that spirit is bringing this up. Okay. Oh, we have the Passion card, we have the Knight of Wands, and we have the Five of Pentacles. Impulsive and unpredictable. A lot of impulse. This is an issue for somebody because this feels like they are impulsively spending to the point to where like bills and shit is not getting paid. Okay. Passion and energy in your work, sudden increase in your finances, using money for travel, broadening your horizons. Five of Pentacles, improvement in your love life, becoming more open to others, building friendships at work, an end to career hardships, recovering from financial loss. Okay, so they're impulsive to the point to where they have either, or they're going to need to recover. Like there's going to be a need to recover, or there's a need for somebody to recover financially because you've overspent, or someone you were connected to has overspent. Okay. um Saving money, paying off debts. I just said it's like bills are not going paid. Now they're kind of rushing to recover, rushing to get out of some debt. Give me more on that. Okay, so what they got to do with the collective? That's what I'm trying to figure out. We have the Ace of Swords, the Eight of Wands, the Star. Okay. Mm. Okay, I have the Four of Pentacles here with the Ace of Cups. Four of Pentacles with the Ace of Cups. We have the Magician now. The Magician. What are they spending? I ain't trying to be nosy, but are they spending on just frivolous things? Like, because they could be overspending on like spell work, trying to manifest you back, trying to push into your energy to get you to speak. Harsh self-criticism, loss of hope in romance, diminished confidence in love, lack of drive, low enthusiasm, pessimism about your job, despair over your financial situation. Stay focused. Eight of Wands, excitement and surprises in love, rapid progress at work, potential travel for business, high motivation, fast movement of money, with cash flowing in and out quickly. The Devil. Three of Swords. The Tower. Okay, this could be somebody in the collective. Spirit is asking you to kind of watch your spending, like slow down, okay? Because there could be a tower that they're wanting you to avoid. Clarify treating drama as therapy. We're gonna that may be true for some, and not true for others. Take it how it reverberates. Clarify treating drama as therapy. Chaos addiction, misprocessing. Six of Pentacles. Being taken advantage of in love, a controlling partner, psychophantic behavior towards superiors, unfair loans, gifts with strings attached, feelings of resentment. Now this could be somebody that you loaned some finances to. This could be that, okay? Take it how it reverberates. Or either you have gotten a loan and now you're in debt. You did the wrong thing with the finances, and there's debt here. So there's an underlying issue with disciplined spending. Now, I'm feeling like this is somebody that you may have loaned some money to in the past. This could be a lover, could be a family member, could be a friend, could be anyone that you saw fit to loan something to. And maybe that is kind of how you were able to see that they have an underlying issue. Now, you may have spoken some truth. Maybe you chose to not give them the loan, and in you leaving a message letting them know you weren't giving or you weren't going to give any more to them, you're breaking up, you're not going to continue to carry them financially. Apply it how it applies, okay? This person is actually angry that you no longer want to give, but they're also angry about something you said. Clarify the Six of Pentacles, please. The Four of Swords. Rejection from a lover who feels pressured. Or reigniting passions, feeling restored after time off, rejecting offers of support, recovering from financial strain. It landed on the still waiting on a sign. Divine silence, impatience, doubt. Tell me more. Give me the Four Swords with the Six of Pentacles, please. Anxiety, Three of Swords. Arguing, breakup, arguments, conflict, separation, deep sadness and tears, workplace conflicts, job loss, loss of assets, division of finances after a breakup. Oh. Two of Pentacles in reverse, in balance. This was a breakup over the use of finances, or there is financial imbalance because of the breakup. But this overspending is loud though. So it tells me that one person in the connection um didn't know how to handle the money. And I don't know if they're wanting something now, spousal support or something like that. Happiness, the 10 of cups. Their energy is everywhere because they're angry, but they also need you to come back or want you to come back. Or they feel like you're going to come back. Or maybe this is you thinking that they're going to actually take what you said and, grow, heal, do the work. You may love this individual, could be a family member, okay? Um, but that right now, it seems like they're sitting kind of idle, holding on to these low vibrational emotions. They didn't they're I don't think they're getting it. I don't think whatever you said, whatever message you left, they're still not getting it. They're still numbing. Clarify, I'm fine. Maybe they broke up with you because you said you weren't giving them anything more financially. That may be true for some. We have the world. It landed sideways. So someone feels, this could be two individuals. One person feels that something is unfinished, but either they're trying to put on the facade that they are okay with something being over, but honestly, they don't want it to be over. Mm. Tell me more about the world. This could be one individual feeling like something is unfinished and another individual feeling like something is finished. It's final. Like whatever the decision was, the breakup, the separating of bank accounts, all of that. Okay. Clarify the world. Why is it sideways? Three of Pentacles. Working on projects with your partner, love blossoming through work or creative hobbies, teamwork, leveraging diverse skills, learning more about finances. Somebody still hasn't done the work. The Page of Swords, an intellectually stimulating relationship, an ambitious and intelligent person, new career opportunities, new ideas for generating income. This might be an adult child for somebody. This might be an adult child. Somebody that you may have had to cut off financially because they was just going buck wild. Okay. They wasn't taking care of their situations. They're an adult. Maybe they were having to come to you for financial help, like, mom, dudes ain't got enough on the light bill, you know what I'm saying? I mean, why? Are you working? You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with supporting adult children when they need it, when they are going through or they're challenged with something. But this feels like an adult child, or somebody who's childlike. You could have been in a whole grown ass relationship, but they wanted you to mother them. They wanted you to foot the bill all the time, or you felt like you had to. This feels like somebody who doesn't do well with their finances, and then it's kind of like they're not trying to do better with their finances because they saw you as always being there as a backup plan when shit goes crazy. You know what I'm saying? When the light get clicked off, or there's no gas in the car, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Or they're behind on the payment, or whatever. They always know they can fall back on you, and so maybe you have decided that that is no longer going to be the case. They are angry about it, but I also feel like you not only just cut them off, but you gave them some, you know what I'm saying, some words to hopefully motivate them to do better. But they're so busy focused on the fact that you don't want to give to them no more. They are not really tapping into the inspiration to recover their own financial situation. So either they're working and they're just blowing through the money as if they don't know they got to pay for shit. You know what I'm saying? Or they're not working. You know what I mean? Um, and maybe that was an excuse that somebody used. You know, I ain't got no job right now. Da, 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 da. And then when you loan them the money, they come back and it's like, well, you know, I gave you $300 on the lights 2 weeks ago. Why is the lights off? Well, you know, I had to. Da, 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 da. No, you had to take the $300 and put it towards the light bill because that's what you asked me for. You know, for it from me. You asked me for that money for a particular thing. Now you're coming back 2 weeks later telling me all these cockamamie reasons as why you didn't use the money that I gave you for the freaking lights. And now you're sitting in the dark. You want me to give you another now $600. Come on now. That's what this feels like. Somebody is like really irresponsible, but they're looking for you, or they were looking for you to bail them out. And now they got the audacity to be upset with you because you're no longer giving to the nonsense. Okay? I'm fine. Shit is burning down. Where there is smoke, there is fire. Okay? It's like their world is burning down, but they're hollering about they're fine. Could be family. Okay? Seven of Swords. I feel like this somebody has stopped enabling a family member. Enabling. The Seven of Swords is in the reverse. It's like you may be seeing that you're making a mistake. Okay. So this is giving me enabling because it's a family member. Also, you may be seeing that if I keep giving to this joker, I'm gonna be unstable. You know what I'm saying? Like after a while, you have this financial stability and this and you're financially, yeah, providing financial support to loved ones. Yeah, somebody's realizing that this was a mistake. Okay. Now, I don't know if this is an adult child that maybe, you know, I don't want to say you're spoiled, but in a sense, it could be that it happens. You know what I'm saying? Like we love our children. We want them to have the best things that we can provide for them. But you know, sometimes when they become adults, that shit is like, look, okay. You also saw me work hard when you was, you know, dependent on me. You also saw that. How else did you think I was able to get you the Jordans and the Nikes and the TVs and the video games and you know, I worked. So you took one part of the lesson and didn't take the other one. Okay? You know? So we have the Tower here. We have the King of Wands. So maybe there was a little bit of spoilage, you know what I mean? A little spoiling. And now it's like this family member who does feel like an adult child, but take it how it reverberates, okay? Take it how it reverberates. Um you may be seeing that you kind of, you know, having that aha. I might have, you know, I might need to change the way I'm dealing with them now because they're not 7, they're 37. You know what I mean? Like they're not 10, they're, you know, 30. And this is the time in life where they should be able to handle their own responsibilities. And the thing is like we all go through things as adults, but when you have an adult child that you are assisting when they need it, and then they come back hollering about they didn't use the money for what you gave it to them for, and now it's like you need more money. They're spending it on something. What is they spending it on? That's what I was wanting to know, but I was like, I don't want to get in their business, you know what I'm saying? But what are they spending it on? So I don't know if this is like online spending or if they have a habit. Still waiting on a sign. Who is this waiting on a sign? This might be you waiting on a sign that they got the message. Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Six of Swords. The Magician. Resources. You have done well for yourself, and if this is an adult child, you have done well for your children or your child. You have, but I'm picking up the energy that it's like, if I don't cut them off now, then when I transition, I won't have anything to give, like, to pass down. You know what I mean? Like, I won't have nothing to pass down. Clarified is still waiting on a sign. Five of Cups in reverse. You're waiting on a sign that this individual has recovered, or they understood why you did what you did, why you said what you said. Well, they're in denial at this point about it. They're upset at this point. Okay, this could have happened yesterday for all I know. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know why, but I'm picking up this child may feel entitled. Entitled, but in a way that's like, huh? Like, it's an entitlement that you may not know that they have. It may be connected to some sort of inner child wound that they have in some capacity. Okay. This could also be you trying to break through. Maybe this, with this replay, this is something that you have maybe said before. You know, you tried to talk to them, you tried to get them to take a self journey of discovery. They didn't do it. You tried to tell them to find what they're passionate about, and you will support them in their passions once they lock in on something, but they still haven't done it. Mm. They just want to spend money, your money, because they ain't got none. Okay. And what they do make or what they do have is gone as fast as it came. Clarify the Five of Cups. So you may be asking for the divine to help you with an adult child. Okay. I'm really picking that up pretty strongly. 10 of Pentacles. You may be consulting your ancestors, consulting the divine, um, concerning your child, and concerning them being able to build something lasting for themselves, helping them to secure a stable future. Tower. What is this tower? Eight. Oh, the strength. Eighth card. Okay, so while you are, this message may be coming up because somebody is maybe feeling like you were a little too harsh. Okay, like you were a little too harsh. But no, 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 you weren't too harsh. This was the tower moment. This is the tough love that this particular individual needed. This family member needed. They needed this. Yeah, the Eight of Swords. You may be feeling a little bit of inner turmoil. Maybe there is a break in communication right now. Maybe the child is not speaking to you. Okay. King of Pentacles. I'm feeling like if you are the mother of this child or the father, you may have been trying to communicate with the other parent about what's going on. Um, Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Yeah, man, I got the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups both in reverse. So this could be somebody, a father figure that you're no longer with, but there was maybe some communication, and maybe the other parent is telling you to trying to make you feel like you being too harsh or whatever. Uh, Give me more on this. Seven of Swords, the Ten of Cups, the Fool. Reunion. The Six of Cups. This is a child. If you, okay, because remember I was saying that this child could be having some inner wounds that I don't know if there is. This child is holding on to, I mean, they could be grown at this point, and I don't know how old, but old enough to be able to do right by their finances and make sure that they are taking care of their responsibilities, right? But there could be something going on in this child that is stemming from the divorce. It could have happened 10 years ago, but when it happened when they was a child, okay? It's like they're holding, like, I don't know if they're holding on or there has been overcompensation between yourself as the father or the mother and the other parent that has created a spoilage because maybe you tried to buy peace and calm or bring harmony to the child's life. That they were loved by giving them things. And now that they're an adult, they're kind of still in that cycle. So this could be what they're replaying over and over and over and over and over. It's like they haven't aged out of something they felt when you and the other parent split. They haven't healed. Mm. And this is what's driving their decisions. Knight of Cups. Yeah. Their commitment to what they are inspired by, their commitment to their work, their commitment to themselves, the pattern that they're living out in their life that is creating this financial instability and this overusage of your finances is like it's stemming from some emotion that they it's okay. How do I say this, spirit? If you have a child that when they were younger you went through a divorce with their parent, the way that child is now showing up in their adult life is stemming from the emotions that they internalized from the split between you and their other parent. I hope that makes sense. But they internalized the divorce, didn't have anything to do with them, nothing at all. And I'm sure that you both, I'm seeing here that I'm sure you both, it's like, mm, we have you both here, though you are not together. We have you both here as very abundant leaders, strong personalities, very ambitious, both of you. Financially, you got it. You definitely have it. You've been wonderful providers, but this is how you are. At least this is how they see, or this child is internalizing the energy at the heart, at the heart level, it's like they're internalizing the divorce. They may not know that. This may be suppressed emotions, right? But this is what's creating the pattern in their life as an adult. They don't feel loved, which is, you know, I mean, provision can be an extension of love, but it is there's other ways, and I don't really know what else, played out in the dynamic between, the two parents and this child. I don't know, you know what I'm saying, but provision is not the main way. That's kind of like responsibility. I mean, you lay down, you have a child, you're kind of responsible to take care of it, but that doesn't always mean that the child is receiving the nurturing or the emotional support. So I don't know if something was lacking there as far as it relates to the nurturing of the child, or the guidance or the structure, because structure is an expression of nurturing, providing a child discipline, providing them structure, not giving them everything they want just because you can, is a part of nurturing. You understand? So it's like this is an adult child now who needs to unlearn and heal from something they may be carrying, that maybe I mean, I can't speak for you, but maybe you and the father or the mother of this child never intended for the child not to feel loved. Maybe in your mind your provision was an expression of the nurturing, but there's some other areas of your child's life that went untended to, and so now as an adult they're kind of living that out by not tending to themselves in the same way. I hope that makes sense. Okay. So, um, what? Let me get a hard truth here. This child has a victim mentality, and I feel like it's inner child stuff. It's lack of accountability. What's the hard truth here? Um, that needs to be seen. Jump in. Jump in. This is the opportunity you've been waiting for. Seize the moment and trust in your readiness as you step forward. Energy drain. This opportunity will deplete you, reevaluate your involvement, and seek opportunities that rejuvenate and inspire you. The hard truth is entitlement. Yeah. But it's an entitlement that's coming from some sort of inner child wound. So there is definitely healing that needs to be had, maybe therapy. Okay. Uh Entitlement, you believe the world owes you something and it's blinding you to the growth that comes from earning it. Figuring it out on your own will always be worthwhile. Okay, so if you had a conversation with this individual about them feeling entitled, it hit their pride in a way. Okay, it hit their ego in a way. Now, this could also be somebody you're in a connection with that's not necessarily your child, right? Um, this could be somebody you were in a connection with that's dealing with these inner child wounds, that's giving them this sense of entitlement. They also have failure anxiety. They have anxiety around failing. This individual does. Self doubt, subconscious doubts are influencing your decisions. Have faith in your abilities. You're ready and you're worthy. So aim high. Yeah. These are things that they're processing through, whether you're the parent or whether you were the the ex-friend or the ex-partner, whatever the case, or you are the ex-friend or ex-partner, or this is a child or family member that you see, you took care of or you're taking care of. They're having some issues, okay, that can't be really seen, but it can be seen because it's showing up in the way that they take care of their own life and their lack of accountability over their own life. There are factors you haven't yet considered. Look beyond the obvious for hidden elements that could impact your decision before making a move. Something's unseen. Support. Sometimes it's necessary to ask for help, and that's okay. Accept assistance when offered. You don't have to do it alone. They need some sort of support, but not financial. Okay, that's a hard lesson. They may need to continue this tower moment. All right. They may not even know that the self-doubt, the lack of accountability, the sense of entitlement. Remember, they're numbing and they're in denial, claiming that they're fine. They're not fine. All right. So maybe they don't want to go get therapy. Maybe you, if this is an ex-friend or ex-partner or somebody that you no longer, that you've kind of broken up with, or you've decided to stop giving or loaning to, maybe you have mentioned going to therapy and getting some help. They don't see it yet. So whatever you said or whatever you advised or whatever, pick me up motivation you gave, they still don't see it yet. They need some sort of support that has nothing really to do with money, but everything to do with why they can't keep none. So in that sense, it has everything to do with money. But what's causing it doesn't have anything to do with money. Okay, it has to do with the way they have internalized something that they went through in their childhood. Shame, fear of your power, hopelessness, unprepared, failure anxiety, victim mentality. Yeah, this is shadow side. Boom, there it is. Yeah, there's something playing out in the shadow of this individual. They're concerned about failure. Failing at something. Maybe they feel like a failure. Maybe they feel like, sometimes I've heard I did everything in my power to make sure that my kids knew that me and their father divorced and had nothing to do with them, that they are a joy to me and to him. And it's just me and him ain't right like that, you know what I mean? So we gotta do what we gotta do, but make sure you don't internalize this as, because we gave birth to you, or we had you, or when you showed up we arguing over you, we all making it like, nah, none of that. It just don't have it. It's some grown folk shit. It got nothing to do with you. Mommy love you, daddy love you, but um this could be a situation where this individual maybe didn't get that conversation. You know what I mean? Maybe the parents just overcompensated with buying the child's affection versus having a conversation to make sure the child didn't internalize the split up. Self-sabotage in reverse. All right. They're numb. They've numbed it. This sense of entitlement is a sign that they're numb to what's going on. Avoiding issues offers temporary relief but prevents healing. Address unresolved emotions to uncover real resolution and growth. You must feel it to heal it. Okay. Anything else? Maybe you have been asking the divine as to how you can support this individual. they're either, I mean, I know they're grown now, but somebody has to speak to this inner child aspect of them. If this is your child, then you may want to like maybe pull the other parent in, maybe go to family therapy, even though it feels like y'all have been long divorced, but you may not be. You may actually not be divorced. Take it how it reverberates. This is some therapy or family conversation that needs to be had, but not the pointing of the finger, not the coming down on, but like speaking to the child's inner feelings, even though they're an adult now. Like that still apparently needs to be addressed because they're definitely internalizing something that's causing them to kind of lack accountability as it relates to their own life. But you have done the right thing if you are the parent and you've cut them off financially. That's a good start. But I feel like spirit is saying, um, don't be silent, okay? And don't be angry or don't be upset or don't project disappointment in this particular person, in this child of yours, if this is a child, because they're kind of caught up in the crossfire on something and they still haven't processed that correctly. Okay. I think this is all right, collective. Please let me know how the message reverberated for you in the comments, okay? I appreciate your presence, your support of the channel. If you're a new viewer and you haven't subscribed, what you waiting on? Come on over. You know what I'm saying? Stay a week. Take a load off your feet. You know what I mean? Um, if anybody's in need of a personal reading, the information is in the description. You can click the link. It'll take you to my website where you can book, and I will get that done for you guys. Please like, share, hype it up, all of that good energy to get it out into the algorithm for someone else who needs to hear it. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.